Bernie Sanders has got to feel a little hosed. He makes the trek down to the White House, get a little presidential foot massage, have his bruised feelings assuaged by Barack Obama, figure out how and when he will finally end his campaign and reluctantly endorse Hillary Clinton. And then he's barely out of the driveway when the president releases a video, pre-produced, nicely packaged, endorsing Hillary. And it includes a line about, I had a great meeting with Bernie Sanders this week, except the video was recorded 2 days earlier. So this whole endorsement kabuki dance is fascinating to me because it's going on right now in both parties. Hillary Clinton would like Bernie Sanders to get on the bandwagon and get out of the way, but as I've said, he's enjoying the limelight way too much. What else has he got to do? And so he wants to stretch this thing out. Meanwhile, on the Republican side, it seems that a number of people who ran against Donald Trump or never wild about Donald Trump or have kind of tepidly endorsed Donald Trump, but now they're not so sure. Every time a reporter sticks a microphone in their face, they are now saying negative things about Donald Trump and not so sure they're going to endorse him. John Kasich, haven't heard from the Ohio governor for a while. He talks to Fox's Bill Hemmer and says, well, it's hard to say if and when he'll endorse Trump. He doesn't like the divisiveness and the tone of Trump. This referring, of course, to the controversial Trump remarks about the judge in the Trump U case, Gonzalo Curiel, and being of Mexican heritage. And I see the same thing with Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan did rather tepidly endorse Donald Trump, and every day it seems he's been critical of Trump and has certainly not been an enthusiastic backer. So MSNBC's Andrea Mitchell asked him, well, how can you say that what Trump said is the textbook definition of racism and yet you're still supporting him? And do you think the rules should be changed at the convention to block a Trump nomination? Well, Trump won the 1237 delegates fair and square. And it goes on and on and on. Other senators running for re-election, Mark Kirk, Susan Collins, all distancing themselves from Trump. Now, it doesn't matter all that much whether Trump has, a photo op raising the arms with some of these elected leaders because he ran against the GOP establishment. It does matter, though, if so many of them are shying away from him, that it creates the impression that there's still a GOP civil war going on. And so, I think there's, a lot of reasons that politicians endorse. They're usually not happy if they've lost the race, but they might think the guy's going to win, and they might want a job in the new administration, or they might want help with retiring their campaign debt, or they might want to influence policy or get jobs for their buddies, and on and on and on. It's usually done in their self-interest. Some might even want to be considered for VP. But when the tide turns against said candidate, and I've never seen an election like this, it may be that any politician, any Republican right now can buy a cheap headline by just simply criticizing Trump or withholding an endorsement. If you say you're endorsing Donald Trump, that's not really a big story, depending on who you are. So watching this process very carefully because I don't think any individual endorsement matters, but I do think overall Trump has to figure out a way to get the Cruz supporters, the Rubio supporters, the Kasich supporters enthusiastic and out to vote for him, and Hillary Clinton has to find a way to get the Bernie bros to be enthusiastic about her and not just stay home. That's why this story matters. And by the way, remember when all the geniuses in the press said that Hillary Clinton had to distance herself from Barack Obama because she needed to not run for Obama's third term? Nowadays, not so much.